Hey, what is going on YouTube? My name is James and welcome back to another video. So usually I'd say sorry for the mess, sorry for how I look like a mess and sorry for all the background noise, but today is Christmas so I really don't care. Merry Christmas to you all, I hope you're all having a great day. I'm going to try and get this recorded, edited and uploaded all today, but obviously it being Christmas it might come out on Boxing Day if I've got time. I've been working so much recently and I just want to say thank you for all the support. Pretty much when I get a day off, I just bulk record and get them all schedule uploaded, so I'm set. And I'm sorry if it comes across like a bit sort of, well, I wouldn't say lazy because that's the exact opposite of lazy, but a bit rushed. I won't be doing the review of the Tudor that you guys saw. The reason being, one, I have been working so much, like I said, I just haven't had enough wrist time with it to be able to give it a fair review in my opinion. And also, I'm dealing with something in my life right now, something personal, and I want to just get that over and done with before I move on to other things. And on that note, I just want to say that it's Christmas, everyone should be happy, but always remember that if you're going through something shit, which I know a lot of people are, and a lot of people who follow me are, because, you know, I get emails every now and again and I have discussions with people and people are going through some really rough shit, and I just want to say, don't feel like you're alone. Like, everyone's going through shit, every single person, but it's not what you're going through that matters. It's how you react to what you're going through that matters. It's how you decide to interpret what is happening. You know, it's how you decide to deal with the situations. You've got to remember, when you're down and depressed, whenever anything bad happens, it seems so much bigger than what it actually is. But when you're in a really good mood and happy, the bad things that happen seem so minute, so small, and you just sort of shrug them off. So try and keep yourself in that mind frame of positivity, and things will just seem so much better. And I know it's easier said than done. Believe me, I'm trying it myself right now. But it's just so true. Like, at the end of the day, what would you rather do? Put your whole life on hold because something bad has happened? You know, you lost a relative, you lost a partner, you know, you're no longer in a relationship, whatever it may be. Like, honestly, just try and change your outlook and things will start looking better. But anyway, with that all being said, today is actually an unboxing and first impressions of a new watch. It didn't arrive today, which would have been weird. It arrived on the 23rd, so just before Christmas, which is really, really cool. And that, like I said, I'm not going to apologize for it. It's Christmas Day, everyone's excited. But the watch that arrived is a watch that I kickstarted a long time ago. I kickstarted it actually probably about 4 months before Christmas. Alright, sorry about that. So as I was saying, I kickstarted this company probably about 4 months before I even started my channel. So before I even had like a huge interest in watches, I kickstarted this watch company. And pretty much what their idea was that it was you could create your custom watch. Now right now you can go on their website and there's a little create your design thing, and you can mess around with that and build your design. I'll leave links in the description. But yeah, like I said, I kickstarted it like 4 months before making the channel, and the reason I didn't speak about it on the channel is because updates and stuff were very limited. There wasn't many updates at all, and there wasn't much communication between Revelo and its backers. So I was like, I don't even know if this is going to go through or not. I'll be completely honest with you guys. I didn't feel comfortable talking about it and getting you guys to go over there and check it out, in case some of you put your money down and it turned out not to go through. That's the trouble with Kickstarter, you never really know. And I even messaged the CEO at one point, and I found out his name and everything, found him and messaged him just like, yo, what's going on? Like, there's barely any updates, and the website was actually down at this point as well. So I had thought they'd like run off with my money, and I said that to him, and he replied very professionally like, hey man, we've not run off with your money, like, trust me, we're doing our best to get it out. And from that point on, I was in contact with one of the people over there. I think her name was Izzy. I'm sorry if I got it wrong. She helped me a lot, and she was really nice to me and everything. And obviously they found out about the channel, and they did throw in an extra scrap for free, which I really appreciate. But as they know as well, and that's not going to affect my opinion at the end of the day. If I think it's bad, I'm going to say it's bad. That all being said, the links will be down below to Revelo, so if you want to go check it out, please do. But my advice would be wait for the full review, for the full in-depth review of this watch, before putting down any money, just in case. Like right now I might think, I haven't opened it yet, like it's right here, I haven't looked inside. I might think it's the best watch ever right now, but then when it comes to the full in-depth review, it could have stopped working. You know, you never know. So hold out for my full in-depth review, but definitely go check it out. And if you do want to put your money down, it's your money, go put it down. But that all being said, let's change perspectives and get into this. And also, I'm going to tell you a little bit about this watch on my wrist. So another thing I forgot to mention is I don't have my lights set up, and the reason being I can't be bothered. Like I said, for the full review, I'll put in the effort, but today is Christmas, and I kind of wanted to get this video done today because, as you can probably imagine, Boxing Day and all that, I'm going to be working a lot also, and I want to be able to unbox this so I can wear it because I haven't seen it yet. But anyway, I was saying about this. Now, this is a new watch that I got for Christmas from my dad, so thank you very much. This is a Ricchetta. Now, for those of you who have been around for a while, you might be like, I swear I've seen a watch similar to that on your channel. And you, if you say that, are very, very correct. Let me show you which one, and it might trigger some memories. Here is the one you guys remember, the Seconda Ricchetta. I've got a full review of this watch on the channel, and for those of you that haven't been around for a while, you might be looking at this like, James, what the hell did you do? This is when I came off my bike and I ripped the top of my ear off, split my forehead open, and scarred the back of my head as well, and my hands. That's why my hands always look like this. I'm pretty beaten and stuff, but yeah, that's what happened. I came off my bike and I was wearing this, and unfortunately this got absolutely wrecked, as you can tell, and it stopped on the exact date and time that I hit the ground, like on an exact impact. That's why I've kept this watch, because it's a reminder. Now, I've been wanting this watch, like a new one, for ages because I absolutely loved it. You know, the gold fluted bezel, just the way it looks, it's absolutely beautiful. And they're not the most expensive watches either. They're made, these ones were made in Russia by a brand called Ricchetta. Now, those of you who are into Russian watches, you will know Ricchetta straight away. And what Ricchetta did, they sold these watches to Seconda, and Seconda put the dial on. So my dad, the legend he is, actually sourced and found a Ricchetta. So the original Ricchetta and not the Seconda version of what I had, and look at it. It's got an absolute beautiful patina dial. It's so nice, and it's the exact same one, and I am so thankful. It's in great condition. All this sort of marks that you see are all on the dial. They're all patina. It's not watermarks or anything like that. It's just aged. It's running really well. I will probably send it off in the new year for a service just to be extra sure. But yeah, I'm not going to wear this whilst riding bikes. So thank you very much, Dad, for sending me this for Christmas, and I hope you enjoy your G-Shock and the other bits I got you as well for Christmas. So thank you very much, and I love it. Anyway, on to the custom-made watch. So they also sent me a pen, a Revelo pen, which is pretty cool. Feels pretty good, to be honest. It's not uber cheap. Alright, so there's the pen. Now let's get onto the box. So when you go into designing your watch, pretty much you choose everything: your dial, your hands, your movement. There's 3 types of movements. I went in the in-depth review, I'll go into these things in more detail, but there's a quartz, Miyota, I think it was a 3105 or the 9015, I can't remember. I've got that Miyota in here though. And then there's an ETA. You can choose between them 3 movements. Obviously prices increase as you go further up. You can also choose a custom plaque on the actual box, not this one, on the actual box inside. You can also choose custom engraving on the case back, or an open case back with writing, which is what I chose. Pretty much you can choose everything, like absolutely everything about your watch, and it's completely custom to you, and it's a great idea. I think they're based out in Germany. Was it Germany or was it Netherlands? I think it's Netherlands. Yeah, Netherlands. I'm pretty sure it's Netherlands. Like I said, in the in-depth review, I'll go into detail about all them things, but for this video, it's just an unboxing and first impressions. So, V for Revelo, however you say it. Let's have a look. Oh my god. Did you guys just see that? Oh, there it is. Look at that. That is really high shine. Hello. There is my logo engraved. That feels so cool. So there's my logo engraved on the box. Let's take the box out. That is really cool. How do I take it out without breaking the box? There we go. Alright, let's move that. So here's the box. It's made out of leather. It's got red stitching. That actually feels really nice. That feels really nice. Proper leather. That is really cool. So there is my logo. You can get your logo or anything you want engraved on there. I'm pretty sure it's anything you want. Or you can just go with the standard Revelo one, which would be that, if I'm not mistaken, the V. But how cool is that? So I've got my logo etched on the box. Now this watch, I got engraved on the back, James Kibble and my date of birth, because it being a Miyota is serviceable. I hope to keep this watch for the rest of my life and pass it down. You know, with it being completely custom to me, I plan to never sell it. And also the price I paid, it's not worth selling, in my opinion. But let's open it up and have a look. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Alright, is there any sort of paperwork? No, there's no paperwork or anything. Alright, let's have a look at this. Here it is. Still got all the plastic on and everything. There is my Revelo watch. Oh, wow. So for those of you who can't tell what inspired me with this, it is the Yachtmaster 1. You know, the blue with the red. It really, really inspired me like this. I actually thought it was a proper white bezel, but it's not. It's just a metallic bezel. It still looks really good, to be honest. The dial looks really good, to be honest. And the hands look nice. Yep, that's a nice click bezel. I think it's a 60. Yeah, pretty sure that's a 60 click bezel. Obviously in my full review I'll tell you exactly what everything is, but that feels good. It looks good. It's got a little blue logo on the crown with a V. Butterfly or double deployment, whatever you call these things. I always call them butterfly class and everyone's always like, they're not that. It's something different. Let's see. Oh, it's a nice wind. Yep, and there it goes. And there it goes. Wow. Yeah, I think that's the 9015, I think it is. It's got a sapphire crystal as well, if I'm not mistaken. That looks really, really nice. I think it's one side AR coated, which is kind of like the Rolex. I think it's one side anyway. And there's the display case back as well. And there you can see my engraving. Okay, what is it? Let me have a look at the Miyota, 1 second. Okay, it doesn't actually say what it is, what Miyota. You know what would be cool if they offered a custom rotor, so you could get a custom rotor put on, but obviously that's asking for a fair bit. Okay, so you can see the engraving there, James Kibble, 29th of the 8th, 1997. That's my date of birth. I'm going to be completely honest. I am not a fan of that font at all. It looks horrendous. That's my first complaint. That font, I am not a fan of. Thankfully, it's on the back, so it doesn't really matter. But I think options for fonts, I'm not too sure if they did have options for fonts, and I just didn't realise. Would have been nice. I've just realised they've got the Yeezy removal spring bars. That's really cool. That's really, really cool, actually. That's good. But yeah, that font is really bad in my opinion. Not a fan of that. But oh well, you know, that's one thing. Hey, you never know. They might end up doing like different fonts. I hope so in the future, and then I can order in a new case back with updated fonts. That would be cool if they offer something like that. Revelo, if you're watching, which I hope you do, please offer something like that so I can get a different font or something, because that's quite disappointing. That is, you know, it just looks like a generic sort of engraving. But hey, fair enough, at least they're offering it. But that's my first complaint. I'm not a fan of that at all. Let's have a little wind again. Is it hacking? No, it's not hacking, so I don't think it's a 9015. That feels pretty decent, to be honest. Feels quite responsive. Yeah, feels alright. Let's have a feel of the date change. What's that way? Yeah, feels alright. So I think it's the 3 series. I think it's a 3 series. I don't think it's a 9 series. Alright, let's take off all the plastic off the watch. I'm going to do this off camera because it takes too long. 1 second.
2 hours later.
Alright, and there we go. I've taken all the plastic off. There's a little bit of a kink there. The thing I find a little bit confusing is the end links have a really high polished center link right there, and then the rest of them don't. I'm not too sure what's going on there. Maybe they just use generic end links. I really don't know. That's something that's a little bit confusing. But other than that, it feels pretty good. Feels pretty sturdy. Obviously, time will tell of how its quality actually is. They're normal push pin links. They're not screw links or anything like that. So yeah, let's try it on and see how it feels on the wrist. I might have to obviously take a few links out, which I will do in a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely take a few links out, which is good because that means it will fit bigger than my wrist. That looks good. That looks really good. That's actually, so I think it's a 42 mil across. This is 42 mil in diameter, which is a pretty nice size. It's not overly thick as well. You know what? The size of this watch is very, very good in my opinion. That looks really, really nice on the wrist. I am a big fan of that. I actually like, so that bezel's starting to grow on me. So I originally thought it was a white bezel, but it's not. It's a metallic, just a completely sort of polished bezel. And I actually kind of like it. It's going to probably be a scratch magnet, that's for sure. But I assume that maybe in the future, you know, if you email them, because they are just sort of like a small company, I'm sure if you emailed them and said, look, how much would it cost for a new bezel, you know, to be put on, and you send the watch and they might be able to put a new bezel on. So I don't think it's that much of a problem. Maybe. I really don't know. I'm just making assumptions. You know, if I was running a business like that, I'd definitely be doing stuff like that for customers if they wanted it. You know, that's just me personally though. We'll have to wait and see. But that's one thing I think is going to be the only issue with this bezel. Is probably going to scratch like hell, but it looks killer. Like, that looks really, really cool. Really, really happy with that. It looks sick. So yeah, really happy with it overall so far for first impressions. Very disappointed in the engraving on the back. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty terrible. I'm not too sure how a solid, you know, a normal case back would have looked with my logo just engraved. But yeah, the writing is pretty dismal. So there's that. Overall, very happy with it so far. Let's have a look at the straps. Are they underneath? Yep, I think they are. Yep, here's the straps. It didn't come with any paperwork or anything, no sort of like official documentation. A little bit odd. I'm not too sure if that's how it should be, or if I just didn't get it. I'm not too sure. So here's the first strap. This is a mock alligator strap. This one looks darker, but it isn't. It's just the camera. They've got the Revelo buckles, which is pretty cool. They feel pretty good. Oh, that feels nice on the underside. That feels very nice, actually. These actually feel pretty good. Obviously, time will tell. What millimeter are these? I think they're just generic 22s, if I'm not mistaken. They've got quick release spring bars as well, which is always useful. So I like that. Very, very useful, that is. Yeah, there's the one that I chose originally, I think. And then here's the one I chose after. The free one that I got, which has got a deployant buckle. Which is pretty cool, with Revelo put on. It feels alright, to be honest. This buckle feels alright. So I've experienced quite a few, and usually they're very cheap and horrible. This one feels okay. Again, time will tell. In my full review, I'll tell you what I think. So again, in the full review, I'll actually show you with the straps on. I think this one's going to look good, like a racing style strap. With the red second hand, I think that's going to work really, really well. The racing strap, and then obviously the alligator to dress things up is going to be pretty cool. So in my full in-depth review, I'll give this some wrist time. It'll be a while because I want to give it wrist time on all the straps, and also truly get a feel for the watch before I do an in-depth review. So definitely keep an eye out for that. That's pretty cool. If you guys would like a video on my new Roketa as well, let me know. I'd love to do a video on it and explain a little bit about it and its history, and find out a little bit about it. But yeah, it's really, really cool. Thank you very much, Dad, for getting me this. It's got some engraving on the back, some number, not too sure what. This is going to be a lifetime watch in my collection, just like the Seconda was going to be, and still is. It's just it's broken. This one's going to be my working version, so thank you very much, Dad. And Revelo, thank you very much for finally getting this done and getting it sent out to me before Christmas as well. I hope everyone else did as well. Yeah, I can't wait to do the review. If you guys happen to have been a Kickstarter for this company, let me know your experience. And like I said, I bought this before, I like Kickstarted this company before I even had a channel. So it's going to be really fun to be able to do a video on a watch. Again, there's a kink, look. A little bit odd. That might be a complaint in the full review, we'll see. But yeah, I'll be completely honest, you guys know I will be. I put my money down at the end of the day. There's no incentive for me to lie or anything like that, so you guys know I'm honest. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and all that good stuff, and I'm just going to try and get a thumbnail shot for right now. So see you all in the next video, guys. Take care and peace out.